Welcome back to London Lips YouTube channel, where we always spill the tea. So 50 Cent seems to be at risk right now, and I'm pretty worried about him. 50 Cent made the documentary, and of course it's a massive hit on Netflix, but a lot of people are starting to turn on 50 Cent. Diddy's got his legal team firing shots at Netflix. They want payment. He is suing Netflix for $1 billion, which I very much doubt he will get that much. He is taking them to court because he feels the documentary not only shamed him, was not only made to humiliate him, but also a lot of the video coverage within the documentary was allegedly stolen material. Diddy obviously has got so much money, so he's been able to hire one of the biggest and best US law firms to represent him. I'm surprised they have chose to accept him as a client. Judging in his last legal case, a lot of legal representatives were actually quitting. They didn't want to be associated with him because some of the charges were outrageous. And with him being convicted of trafficking, I would have felt like the legal firm may have chose to have integrity, have moral standards, and passed on this case. But that is not the case. Money always talks louder. So Diddy is looking to get a big payout from Netflix. So Diddy is also claiming that he spent a lot of his life from the age of 19 collecting coverage of himself because he wanted to be able to put out his own life story and obviously tell it the way he wants it out there. And he thinks it's unfair and it's illegal that Netflix were able to put his life story out there and misappropriately represent him. Now, I would like to say this. Had Diddy done his own life story, sure, people would have watched it. It was never going to be the success of this documentary because Diddy was never going to tell anything that would incriminate himself. Of course he wasn't. So they're also saying that Curtis, obviously 50 Cent, has a personal long-term vendetta against Mr. Combs and has spent much of his time slandering him. So I think they're going to go and say that basically this documentary was made out of, revenge, not necessarily being truthful or accurate or made fairly because 50 Cent and P. Diddy don't have a good relationship. Was 50 Cent more motivated to make this documentary because he had a vendetta against Diddy? Probably. When you don't like somebody and you get the opportunity to make a documentary about them or a movie, of course, it's not going to be in a positive light. But what we really need to start thinking about is, why doesn't 50 like Diddy? I mean, if I knew there was a guy, he was having these parties, he was allegedly lacing drinks with baby oil and taking advantage of people, I wouldn't like him neither. And remember, we're saying allegedly, but we can definitely say he was trafficking women because he is convicted of that. Okay, so maybe 50 Cent has a higher moral code. Maybe he's a decent guy. Maybe he finds his behaviour disgusting. Maybe the fact that his own baby mother, 50 Cent's baby mother, is also being involved with P. Diddy, and P. Diddy had allegedly been doing similar things of taking advantage of his child's mother. Maybe he does have some personal vendettas against him, and we talked about that in another video previously. But at the end of the day, the victims who come on the documentary, they were telling their own story, and 50 Cent has given them a brilliant opportunity to be able to come out and share their story with the world, to no longer have to hold this in. You could hear the pain in the voices of some of the victims on the documentary. Now, let's get back to 50 Cent. I am so worried about 50 Cent. We need to protect this man at all costs. Because when you have a man who is brave like this, he's willing to stand up and watch so many people in the industry turn against him to do what is morally correct. That says a lot about him. I never used to rate 50 Cent because I didn't like his relationship he had with his son. And of course, I still feel he could do so much better in healing that relationship with his son. A father's got to be there for his child. But when it comes to this, it's nothing but positivity going 50 Cent's direction, okay? Somebody has to stop monsters in the industry of taking advantage of people. Is 50 going to get a whole load of money from doing this? Yeah, who cares? The main thing is, other men in the industry who are planning or think they can take advantage of other women, they can now see what can happen in the future. I would like to say this, a lot of people are turning on 50 Cent. I've seen some celebrities being upset since the documentary came out exposing Diddy. It feels like they're all worried because a lot of these people who are vocal have probably got secrets just like Diddy. They've probably maybe spent time with the trafficked women, been in the freak-offs, been doing similar things to him, or maybe they wasn't doing it with him, but right now they are guilty or in their past of doing crimes similar to what Diddy has been doing. And they don't like that 50 Cent probably knows a lot about a lot of people, not just Diddy, in the entertainment industry, and he is willing to expose them. None of them want to be on a Netflix documentary. Then you've just got the usual haters who are just jealous because 50 Cent has once again made a successful show on Netflix. 50 Cent needs to make sure his security right now is top tier, and probably for the ongoing future, because I'm sure if Diddy is the man that we saw in the documentary, 50 Cent needs to be worried. We don't want to lose 50 like we lost Tupac, like we lost Biggie, like we lost Nipsey. Like, we don't want to. So 50 Cent needs to be protected at all costs. And I hope people are going to be sending him positive messages of support for being brave enough to turn against these absolute horrendous monsters in the entertainment industry that want to abuse people, not just women, men as well, take advantage of people and expect regular people to be silent. For too long, they've been able to say, oh, this person's lying because I'm rich and they want a payout and they want my money. It's so good that 50 Cent has stood up against them. If we're truthfully honest, had that video not come out where Diddy was assaulting Cassie, a lot of people would still be saying Diddy is innocent right now. They just couldn't say he was innocent when they seen him doing a complete violent act on camera. A lot of the party goers from Diddy's party are right now sweating, stressing, and very worried that they are going to be next. And that's the reason 50 Cent is just getting so much animosity. And, he's getting so many people that are just not feeling him right now. At the end of the day, anybody that was at that party and seen what was going on, if they are exposed for participating in these sort of acts, they shouldn't have done it. I have absolutely no sympathy. I keep my sympathy for the victims. So that's where we're at right now. Diddy trying to get that money because he feels his reputation has been ruined, when his reputation, I think, was destroyed long before this documentary came out. I feel like, if anything, the documentary went lightly on him. I mean, some of the things people were alleging about him were much worse than was in that documentary. Yeah, there was a few new things that came to light, and obviously we seen Diddy stressing before the trial. And also, we also seen when he done that kidnap on that woman, like, that was shocking. I didn't know about the kidnap. But other than that, there's been other allegations and rumours about Diddy that are way worse than what was in the documentary. I actually think 50 Cent went pretty light on him. Hopefully Netflix's next move will be to actually make this into a drama rather than just a documentary, and then they can go even more in depth, and they can really show what was going on in them white parties, because this would be very better as even a drama than it was even as a documentary. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, press like, don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you guys on another one. Thanks so much for watching.